We're now joined by Lorena defensive lineman, senior to be Jackson Blackwell, who just a few minutes ago committed to play his football at Baylor. And boy, do they need that position. And they also need guys like Jackson Blackwell. Jackson, thanks for your time. Kind of take me through the recruitment process, because it seems like it's blown up for you. And in the end, why did you commit to Baylor?
Well, I just want to say first off, thank you for having me on the show. I've always listened to it, so it's been a privilege being on here, so I appreciate it. But I would say this recruiting process has been it's just been a whirlwind ever since the Under Armour camp. I mean, getting MVP from there, and it all kind of took off. I mean, literally the next day, Baylor, Houston, and Tech all called me and offered me. So it's been a whirlwind and pick up offers since and visiting people, but it's been a blast, and I've had an amazing time.
This is a segment brought to you by Richard Carr Motors, Baylor Bear Hotline with Jackson Blackwell, who's committed to Baylor from Lorena High School.
Jackson, obviously things are crazy in the recruiting world. Are you shutting it down completely now? Completely. You are Baylor 100%, no matter what.
I'd say so. I think my family and I, we've thought about it for a very long time, prayed about it, and we took it as a step to where we need to be committed to one school and not talk to anybody else or not show much interest in anyone else. So I think from now on, Baylor all the way.
Jackson, what was the appeal of playing close to home? How big did that factor into your decision that your family can be right around the corner practically and be able to come watch your games?
It played a pretty big factor. I mean, growing up, I'd always been a Baylor fan and I always loved them. But I did take Baylor the same way it took every school. Where their culture like, where the coach is like, every school I evaluated the same way, and Baylor came out on top. So it was awesome being hometown. That's an added bonus. That was pretty big, so I'm thankful for that.
How often did you talk to Jaden Porter about his, of course, entry at Baylor and maybe just discussing that with him?
I haven't actually talked to him too much. I mean, I've had a little bit of talk to him here and there, what the process is like with him. But I haven't really been in much contact with him, but I do know that he's having a great time and he's enjoying it there, and he thinks he made the right decision.
When did you have your growth spurt to be someone, 6'3" or so, 300+ pounds?
Growth spurt, I've always been constantly growing since I was born, but I don't think I really had a growth spurt. I just gradually kept on growing, kept on working, grinding, and got my way to here.
What are you looking forward to most about learning the defense, about this type of defense that they play?
I'm looking forward to seeing how they do it in game. I mean, they brought in a new D-line coach, Coach Noakes, and he's a guy that seems like he knows what he's doing, just came from Washington, so he knows what he's doing. And then Coach Pallage, new D coordinator, I love that guy. I think he knows what he's doing also, and I can't wait to see what they do this season.
Jackson, who did you talk to most? I think you probably just mentioned a couple of the coaches that you probably talked to for the most part, but how did the Baylor relationship sort of start, and how has it developed, and just the people you've gotten to know that have been important a part of this process?
So the first time I went to Baylor camp as a recruit was my 8th grade year, so about 3-4 years ago. And they had known me ever since. They knew who I was, and they were from the area community, and then just gradually kept on growing to what it is now.
What was the first discussion like that you had with Dave Aranda, and what was the reaction when you called Baylor and told them you were committing?
So with Coach Aranda, he's always very open. He's honest. He'll tell you his opinion and what he thinks, and which I appreciate that a lot about someone. They give me their honest opinion and feedback. But, I mean, the coaches, they were ecstatic. They were like, let's go. We got the guy that we needed. And I know they needed me a lot, but I appreciate them for, showing me a lot of interest. That always helps to recruit. But I think I have a firm relationship with most of the coaching staff, so I enjoy it.
So you're listed just kind of generally as a defensive lineman, but more specifically, what do you anticipate as far as the position and just kind of how you'll be used at the next level?
Yes, sir. So Coach Noakes told me that he'll use me about 50% at the one technique nose guard and then 50% at the 3. They'll figure it out more down the line as they get more comfortable closer to it. But they said they're going to use me a lot because they don't have too many people in the D-line room. So I look forward to the work. It'll be good.
Jackson, when players commit and we have them on, and of course things change quite a bit over the years on really recruiting in general with the 2 different signing days or whatever, we ask them what next. Do you get to decompress? I don't know if you're one of those that does that. What do you do now for the rest of the summer? And was this a plan always to maybe get this locked in before you get deep in the summer?
Yes, sir. So we had always thought, hey, when's the right date to commit? When should we commit? How should we commit? And all that. And I always thought July 1st was a good day because it was right before all the summer workouts at school started back up and right before our family vacation that we always do. So I kind of always want to get my commitment out the way before all that happens because I didn't want to go in season and not have a decision made and be focused on college football where I had to focus on my high school football. I think my teammates, my coaches right now matter first, and then we talk about college later. But right now it matters about high school football, and right now I'm flipping the page to my senior season, last season, going to go all out, and then go to college. So I always put right now first and then the future second.
When I see pictures of you, it looks like, obviously you're strong as an ox, and I've read some of the stats and some of the things you've done as far as weights you've lifted. So let's say you go off the ranch for a little bit and you want to just eat something that normally is not good for you, but you like to eat it. What would it be?
Well, I'll give you an example today. I mean, literally today I went to Dave's Burger Bar and tried a zipper ripper challenge, which I somehow got successful at it.
Ate it all.
So I probably said that. Yes, sir. I did finish it under 12 minutes, so I'd probably say that.
You finished it in under 12 minutes.
It was not easy, but got it done. I always wanted to do it. I always wanted to try it, so I got the win with that today.
How are you alive?
A whole lot of fluid. Got to drink a lot.
Yeah, I don't envy you later, Jackson.
Have you done it?
I don't.
Have you eaten it?
I've been to Dave's when somebody did it, and I watched them nearly pass out because it is a gigantic. How many patties on the burger, Jackson?
Yeah, so it's 5 patties, 5 slices of cheese with all the vegetables, and then a pound of fries.
Yeah.
The patties were easy. It was the fries. Those are hard.
Yeah, a pound of fries.
Gets dry, right?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
It just gets bland at the halfway point. It just wasn't fun.
Is this like Joey Chestnut eating hot dogs or whatever?
And under 12 minutes, too.
No, Joey Chestnut's totally different level. He ate about 5. I mean, what he eats at the 4th of July contest, I mean, it's 5 times more than what I ate. We roughly calculated that. So I don't know how he does it.
Yeah, and he can't do it this year because he promoted a different hot dog brand. So he's going to have what is it, Kobayashi? Is that right?
Yeah, they're
sometime in September or whatever. So, okay, Jackson, when you ate this, did you take the bread off first and eat each patty separately, or do you just like take it in your mouth and go?
Yeah, so I separated the patties from each other, let them cool off, and I ate them probably 1.5, 2 at a time separately, and then I went straight to the fries. I like how we're talking about this on the recruiting line. It's pretty funny.
Hey. Well, I had no idea that you had done that today. And I asked a question. I just would like to know kind of like your diet or whatever, even though you're a big boy. And you're the one that gave up some secrets.
Yeah.
That to me means you could chow it down. Do you what is your workout routine? I know you got to go and we need to go too, but let's say tomorrow morning you get up early. What do you do? What kind of take us through a normal day during the summer for you?
Okay, it's a normal day. Usually, summer-wise, I wake up, I go in the cold tub, I sit there for about 2 or 3 minutes. It wakes me up, it makes me feel good. Head straight to the gym, work out with my dad and my brother for about 45 to an hour-ish. Head straight to the boxing gym. We do striking and kicking. That's what we usually do. Then we have the afternoon off. In the evening, I usually work with Jackson Player at Midway at their indoor facility at Midway, and we all use football workouts there. So that's usually my normal day in the summer.
And he does a lot of almost, I'm not saying martial arts, but with his hands, right? Does he teach you a lot of the hand work?
Yes, sir, absolutely. He is a wizard when it comes to moves on the D-line and what adjustments and angles and all the little details he's a master at. So most of the stuff that I get, that's from him. All right. I mean, just right here, right there.
All right.
Great guy.
Well, good luck. Congratulations on the decision. Thanks for jumping in. And, hey, by the way, even better that you've watched what we do and listened to what we do, so that's even better. So thank you so much for that. Oh,
definitely. Yes, sir. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it a lot. I've had a blast with this.
We did, too. We'll talk to you again. Jackson Blackwell, 6 foot, 300 plus?
I could take him.